Hey, what's going on, everybody? Cronus is back doing another JitsCast. Probably wondering, hey, you said you could do them every week now. What the fuck happened? Well, I had to make an emergency trip over to Texas because me and my girlfriend, we got a last-minute hit for an adoption, and so we had to leave the Sunday after Thanksgiving. And it was kind of last minute, and I didn't really have time to really prepare for some more JitsCast, even though I tried to do one when I was out in Texas, which I'll explain in a few minutes. But I couldn't release it because it was kind of fucked up. So basically what happened was that we got a call for an adoption the day before Thanksgiving, and we had to fly out basically that Sunday. So didn't have time to really prepare or do anything and really tell anybody. Well, I told, family and friends that we had to go, but it was super last minute. But the good part is that now we have a newborn baby daughter. We literally were there for her birth, and her name is Riley, and she's pretty awesome. So yeah, we're really excited to have her. Our newest addition to our family. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I guess I can explain more of that later, probably on a different podcast, but on this one I'm going to try to keep it about jiu-jitsu. So while I was out in Texas, I did get to go do some jiu-jitsu. I got to do some rolling. I went to Marcelo Garcia's place out in Dallas, Texas. It was ran by Rob. I forget what his last name was, but it was a pretty sweet spot. They actually had some bigger folks to roll with. Where I do jiu-jitsu in Newark, California at Koa Fitness, I'm one of the bigger, well, not really one of the bigger guys now because I lost a bunch of weight, but even still, I'm still one of the bigger guys at the gym. And it was nice to go to Texas and roll with people that are larger than me. And some of the guys are much larger than me, so that was fun. And they were still really technical and really fun to roll with, so it was pretty cool. When I got there, they were doing some no-gi open guard work, and that was a lot of fun. Some stuff I usually don't do. I'm not very good at open guard, so it was cool to get some instruction on that. I'm gonna try to keep it in the bank of stuff to use, so we'll see if it'll be applicable to my game. I just gotta practice it. So that was pretty cool. I got to roll with some cool brown belts, some other blue belts. The people I got to roll with said that I was fun to roll with, so that was a compliment, I guess. It is a compliment. When somebody says you're fun to roll with, yeah, it means that you're fun. So they said I was keeping it technical and stuff like that. So I asked for some tips. I got a few of them too, with some straight ankle locks and some other submissions. So it was a pretty good day rolling there. Learned some cool stuff, met some cool folks. So it was actually kind of funny because one of the guys I roll with, he was a brown belt. His name was Chris, I believe. He actually had just adopted too. So he was telling me about his adoption story. He adopted an 11-year-old daughter. So that was pretty cool. We traded our adoption stories, bullshitted a little bit, and then we got to roll with some more. So that was pretty cool. And then I only got to roll twice when I was out there. The other place I got to roll with, it was at a place called The Gym, and it was, I believe his name was Alessio Silva, and he was a pretty cool guy. I didn't actually get to get instruction under him. They were doing a no-gi class, and the instructor's name was Jeff. I don't know his last name, but he was really cool. He was showing some leg lock variations. He's basically keeping stuff IBJJF legal for everybody that was there. So that was pretty cool. It was some no-gi straight ankle locks entries that I had never even thought of. So it was pretty cool. I'm definitely going to add that to my game. So if Jeff ever hears this, actually Jeff and Rob, thank you very much for welcoming me to both of your gyms. I really appreciated it. And when I got to the gym, the one where Alessio Silva was the main instructor, it was a smaller class, but it was still really cool to roll with those folks. They had the first guy I rolled with there was a really big guy. He probably had me by a good 80 pounds, and he was fun to roll with. So I had to use, I worked from the bottom a lot, and that was funny. He took my back, and I managed to survive somehow. And we finished, and I was in his guard. I was trying to work out of his guard, but he was a pretty big guy, but he still kept it pretty technical. It was a lot of fun. And then afterwards, me and Jeff, we talked a lot about just jiu-jitsu in general. I really should have got a JitsCast then. I was thinking about it, but I didn't want to be weird. Be like, hey man, I got this podcast. Can I get you on it? I just want to just talk about jiu-jitsu. But yeah, I probably should have recorded it. But it was a lot of fun. We're talking about the new leg lock games and stuff like that, because he came from a sambo background, so he knew about leg locks before he even entered the jiu-jitsu world. And he thought it was kind of weird when he entered the jiu-jitsu world that at the time, nobody was really going for leg locks, and he said he had a kind of a negative experience on one of the gyms he went to because he straight ankle locked a guy, and he kind of got in trouble for it. People were kind of pissed about it. He was kind of confused on, you know, why they were mad about it because it's legal stuff. But now it seems that, you know, that leg locks are coming back to jiu-jitsu, and people are more accepting of them now. So that was pretty cool. And then we just talked about, just in general, about like EBI stuff and some of the, you know, new up and coming people for jiu-jitsu. So it was a lot of fun. Everything is bigger in Texas, including their cockroaches, man. I saw this cockroach about the size of my goddamn cell phone, and I got a Galaxy Note 5, so that shit was big as fuck. The tacos sucked out there. We're out in Dallas, Texas, and we went to this place called, well, I'm not gonna name the place, but it was a Mexican food place, and they were the saddest goddamn tacos I saw in my entire life. It looked like they just took, you know, those preformed taco shells, the hard taco shells, the corn ones, and they used those as their taco shells. I was like, what the fuck, man? You can't be doing that. Like, I can do that shit at home. And it was just really sad looking. But their barbecue, man, that barbecue was legit. We went to a place called Pecan something. I think it was Pecan Place or some shit like that. We got this, it was like this whole platter of like barbecue. It's basically almost everything they had. And it was really, really good. Super legit barbecue. That's one of the things I don't like about being in California is that we have this bullshit barbecue out here. People always try to like infuse some nonsense into our barbecue. I'm just, man, keep it simple. God damn it. You know, cook the meat right, use some sauce if you need to, but make the sauce good. And don't try to put in some cilantro or some fucking white truffle oil nonsense in my barbecue. Keep it simple, all right? And then we also went to a sushi place out there that was pretty good. We actually had some real wasabi that was legit. It's pretty hard to actually get real wasabi. If you ever go to a sushi place and you see like that green paste looking stuff, that's not real wasabi. It's horseradish painted green, which it tastes similar to wasabi, but it's not exactly the same. So, you know, whatever. But yeah, so I'll be getting back to doing these more regularly now. I'm gonna be in my car doing these, at least going to the gym, and then when I get there, I'll hopefully be able to talk to Mauricio, so I may be able to put out 2 a week, but I'll at least be able to get 1 a week out. So the reason why I wasn't able to do a JitsCast when I was out there is because I was trying to do it in the car after I went to Marcelo Garcia's Dallas gym, and I was trying to drive and do it, but I forgot that when I'm doing these, when I'm at home, I know where the fuck I'm going, so I don't have to like concentrate on a GPS system and shit like that because I know where I'm going. But in Dallas, I had no idea where the fuck I was, and I remember I was talking right when I was leaving the parking lot, and I was talking, and I almost made a right-hand turn on a one-way street going the other fucking way. So I was like, fuck, you know, I almost got into an accident. I was like, all right, I gotta concentrate. So I pulled over, pulled on my GPS, and I decided to, all right, try it again. And I got about 9 minutes worth of content in, and then I started getting lost because I couldn't pay attention to the GPS while talking without saying a bunch of ums and these awkward pauses. And I don't like editing my podcast and like taking a bunch of shit out. So I just decided to just scrap the whole fucking, you know, 9 minutes. It wasn't very long anyway. I just said, fuck it, scrapped it, and I'll just, you know, do one today and put this one out and try to get 2 today if I can. So that'll be cool. And I don't know if I'll be able to do jiu-jitsu tomorrow because I have pictures with my new daughter. So some professional pictures. So it'll be the first pictures with her. So that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, that's an update on my life thus far over the past 2 weeks. So again, apologies for the delay on these, but as you can hear, I have a legit excuse this time on why I didn't have a JitsCast out. You know, new additions to the family are, they're higher up my priority list right now than doing this podcast, but now I'll be able to get on a solid schedule. And so far, my new daughter Riley, she's been pretty cool about letting us get sleep, and you know, we keep her on a pretty solid eating and sleeping schedule. So we try to feed her every 3 to 4 hours, and that gives us time to rest. And we usually alternate, me and my girlfriend K-Mac, we alternate times on who has to get up at night. So you know, whoever has the last shift, I guess, at night, it's usually like around anywhere between 10 p.m. to midnight is like the first shift somebody has to take to feed her. So and then after that, the next shift is usually between like 1 and 2 a.m. So what we'll do is we'll just break up. So one person will take that late shift to feed her, and then the next person will do like the the middle of the night, and then the person that had like the first shift will do the morning shift to feed her again. So it's working out pretty good so far, because as long as we keep up on feeding her and changing her, she's pretty happy. She's been a pretty cool kid so far, and she's been really strong. It's been pretty crazy. I wasn't used to having like a baby that was that strong, especially a newborn, man, because like when I have to change her diaper and she's like wiggling and stuff around and she's like pissed, she'll like kick her legs out and I can't like push her legs back because she's like a solid mass, and I'll have to wait for her to relax to move her legs back. I know you're probably thinking, well, why don't you just, force her back? But obviously I don't want to hurt her, so I don't want to use too much force when trying to move her legs to change her diaper. But she's pretty strong and she can already lift her head up and stuff, so I'm looking forward to getting her into martial arts because it's going to be a requirement that she knows how to defend herself. So hopefully she takes the jiu-jitsu. She'll be seeing me on the mat, so she'll be pretty much growing up in a gym. Hopefully taking a good example of me being on the mats all the time and seeing how I conduct myself and deal with people on the mat. I think she'll take to it. So if she doesn't want to do jiu-jitsu, she can at least, I'm going to push her to do jiu-jitsu, but if not, she can do boxing or Muay Thai or wrestling or something. I just really want to know, I really want to have her be able to defend herself, especially being a female, because, men are bigger and stronger most of the time than most women, and I really want her to know how to defend herself. So that's pretty important. And it's also important for just self-esteem, because with my other daughter, who's 14, seeing the transformation between her self-esteem and just confidence and being able to, express herself in a physical way on the mats, it really helped her out through a lot of things. So hopefully it does the same for my new daughter Riley. So that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, this is about 11 minutes long, and I'm hitting traffic. So I'm going to end this podcast, and hopefully I'll have another one out. But if not, hey, this will be it. 11 minutes. I'll try to give you some more content, hopefully later this week. But if not, hey, this is what you get. So, all right, Cronus, I'm out of here. Keep rolling. Later.